Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lions Field and Lockhart Lions baseball. Tonight, your Lockhart Lions are taking on and hosting Leander. And we're picking it up here. We're in the top of the first. Leander has crossed two across the plate. First batter came up, hit one off the right field wall. Second batter, another deep shot to right center. And there are two outs here in the top of the first. Nick Ojeda on the mound for the Lions. And that's Santi Guerra behind the plate for the Lions. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to the batter, number 9. Haydall for Leander. Ojeda checks a runner at second, comes home. Check swing, chopper to first base, and he'll tag it, and that'll be the third out of the top of the first. Leander does go up 2 over your Lockhart Lions, and the Lions will be up to bat here in just a minute. While we wait for that, we'll go ahead and go through the lineup for the Lions. We have batting first, number 3, Jacob Wisnett. He's out there at left field for the Lions. Batting second is the catcher, Santiago Guerra. And then number 1, Gage Deutsch follows him. Then the freshman, Caden Mabus. And then we've got Ethan Mendez in the 5-hole. And then batting 6, looks like we got Noah Sanchez. Batting 7 is going to be Austin Rodriguez, I think. And batting 8 is Nick Ojeda. And rounding it out is going to be Giovanni Vasquez. He is number 9, batting in the 9 slot. And we have Waylon and Weston Phillips on the bench, as well as Jesse Flores and Xavier Schultz. And wonderful baseball weather out here, not a cloud in the sky. 75 degrees, maybe 78, beautiful. Well, thank you, folks, for tuning in. Thank our main 2 sponsors, Kreitz Market and Kent Riddle Properties. I'm covering for the Sarge tonight. And I'm normally on the softball side of things, and you've got me on the baseball side. I'll be waiting for the slap bunners to come up. Yeah, the warm-up throw down to second, looking good from the catcher for Leander. Tonight was Parents' Night here at Lions Field. Had the players escorted by their parents, and they were announced at the beginning of the game.
Leads off for the Lions, number 3, Jacob Wisnett.
And it'll be the sophomore, number 3, Jacob Wisnett, leading the Lions off tonight. And he watches, doesn't watch that one for ball 1. It goes for strike 1. Got 2 copies, yeah. And this is Mitchell on the mound for Leander. And the 0-1 pitch misses wide outside for ball 1 to even the count up. One pitch, foul back into the screen. And that'll put Wisnett behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wisnett tries to have quick hands on that inside fastball, but not quick enough as he sets him down swinging. That'll be the first K of the game for Mitchell, and 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
Now to bat number 2, Santiago Guerra.
And that'll bring up Santi Guerra to come bat. Santi Guerra, dual sport athlete. Plays linebacker on the football team as well. He watches the first one low and outside for ball 1. Santi Guerra, not a big guy, but he plays like one when he's on the football field. And that one catches the outside edge for strike 1. So far, all but one pitches have been on towards that outside edge. One inside pitch, and that's what rung up Wisnett. And now we'll go for strike two. And swing and a miss for strike three. That's 2 Ks for the pitcher, Mitchell.
Now to bat number 1, Gage Deutsch.
And that'll bring up the junior Gage Deutsch. Deutsch, also another dual sport athlete, plays wide receiver on the football team. He's out there at shortstop for the Lions on the defensive side of things, looking to get something going for his team. And he check swings on that one, but it's called for strike one. Yeah, and that one missing low to even the count up. Gage is a dual sport athlete, but he is definitely a baseball specialist. And that will miss inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. And that one catching the outside edge as well. And throw from the catcher gets away. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lockhart trailing by 2. And that pitch missing low. Going to be a full count for Deutsch. And a swing and a miss. So 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. Mitchell Dealin sets them down for the Lions. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here in just a minute from Lockhart Lions Field. You're watching Lockhart Lions Baseball on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
For the win, lot of new money in my hand. Go tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Tell a friend, tell a friend. I just came back for the win.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This will be number 13, Guild, up to bat for Leander. He's in the 7 slot. He'll watch the first pitch wide. He'll watch the first pitch wide outside from Ojeda for ball 1. And he'll pop that one up, dead center. Shortstop's under it and makes a catch. That's Gage Deutsch under it. And one down here in the top of the second. If you're just joining us, Leander did put 2 runs across the plate in the first. And Lockhart went 3 up, 3 down at their turn. And this will be Thayer up to bat. And that one fouled back into the backstop to even the count up to 1-1 for Thayer. Have Arnold on deck for Leander as Thayer watches the second one for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. This is Nick Ojeda on the bump for the Lions. Santi get up behind the plate. And Nick Ojeda finds the outside corner on that one to even the count to 2-2. And chopper hit down to first. And it'll leak its way out into right field, and they'll be on base with a single. And that will bring number 6, Arnold, to the plate.
Now it's bat number 6, Arnold.
Looks like Arnold will be a lefty. And first pitch to Arnold is outside for ball 1. Ojeda shaking him off. And comes outside with the fastball for ball 2. And the pickoff attempt to first, not there in time. And that one catching the outside edge to even up the count. Is it Austin Rodriguez?
Yeah.
3-1 pitch, fouled back into the backstop. And he goes on the hit and run, and that ball once again leaking through, getting into right field. That'll put runners on the corners for Leander with only 1 out. And that'll bring us back up to number 8, Stout at the top of the order. Stout is on the field as catcher for the Leander team.
Now it's the bat number 8, Stout.
And Ojeda will check both runners, send them back to their bag. Yeah, fastball down the middle, fouled up and over the backstop. Ojeda into the windup. And there's a chopper hit to Deutsch at short. He'll make the quick throw to second and over to first, not in time for the double play. 1 run scores. That'll make the score 3-0 Leander, and 2 outs on the board here in the top of the second. And during that last break, we heard from our sponsors, Texas Events Shuttle and One Ghost Fitness. I want to thank all of our sponsors this year for sponsoring Lions Pride Sports broadcast and allowing us to bring you Lockhart Lions Sports. And this will be number 10, Holmes, at the plate as he watches the first pitch inside for ball 1. And that ball hit and driven hard down the left field line, but it's going to drift foul. It had the distance, but it did not have the direction. And the wind is blowing from right to left out there. Pretty good clip, probably about 15 miles an hour today. So everything's going to drift left. Gito checked the runner at first. And he's going to second, the throwdown. Not in time, and he'll be in second safe with a steal. And now an outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count to the batter, Holmes. Stout out to a pretty good lead out there at second base. Nobody covering behind him. And that one inside for ball 4 will put Holmes on first. And that'll bring number 3, Capers, up to the plate. Capers doubled the first time he came up. Yeah, first pitch to Capers, right down the middle for strike 1. That one just missing the outside bottom corner. And that one catches the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Agito ahead on the batter. And that one fouled back over the backstop into the parking lot. And the runner goes, and they'll have him in a rundown. And he's able to get back into second safe. So got a little antsy there and took off early. Ojeda spotted him and then turned to head him off at third, but the runner doing a good job of hauling butt back to second and getting there in time. So still 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the second. And there's a rope hit out to right field. That'll be fielded and brought into the first baseman. That'll bounce off his glove, and they'll score 1. And that'll be Stout that came around and scored from second. And Leander goes up 4-0 over your Lockhart Lions. And that'll bring number 11, Mitchell, up to bat. Both the last batter, Capers and Mitchell, both tall players. Both well over 6 foot. And runners on the corners for Leander. Ojeda checks the runners. He's into the windup. And first one's in there for strike 1. And that one hit hard to Deutsch. He'll make the easy out at second for the further out of the side. So, first inning, Lockhart gives up 2. Second inning, they give up another 2, and they find themselves down 4-0, trailing Leander here at home. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute. You're watching Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
I'm Ross Alexander, founder of the War Room Strength Club. I have been working with individuals and athletes since 2003. I have mentored and worked under the likes of Mike Graham, Bobby Warren, Charles Alston, and first-generation coaches under Mark Ripito. I am also a former two-sport collegiate athlete. I have worked with everyone from those starting their fitness journeys to athletes in collegiate and elite ranks of athletic performance. My ideology is working functional and fundamental strength while also implementing a proactive injury preventative and/or recovery regimen. I hold summer performance camps open for young athletes from 11 years old to the collegiate level. I also take clients all throughout the year at any age and fitness level. Along with a workout program, I also offer services for food intake accountability and meal planning, and also mental and emotional positivity consulting. I look forward to hearing from you. Go Lions.
Shields AC and Heating is a small family-owned business located here in Lockhart, Texas. You can count on us for all your air conditioning and heating repairs. Here at Shields AC and Heating we service commercial and residential HVAC system as well as refrigeration, ice machines and walk-in coolers. So, if you're in need of commercial or residential AC repairs, you can count on Shields AC and Heating to be there for you by calling us at 512-227-1219. We take pride in your comfort.
And welcome back, Lions fans. We will lead off here in the bottom of the second with freshman number 19, Caden Mabus, coming up to bat. Yeah, Mabus watches the first one low and outside for ball 1. Caden Mabus, another one of those dual sport athletes. Caden was on varsity as a freshman this year. Played wide receiver, and towards the second half of the season played some safety for the Lions. He watches the second one for ball 2. He'll have a hitter's count. And that one's going to be driven hard to the second baseman. He'll field it easy and make an easy throw over to first for the first out. And so far, the Lions hadn't had any production on the offensive side of things. They went 3 up, 3 down to strikeouts in the first.
Ethan Mendez.
And Mabus grounds out here to start off the second. And that'll bring up number 16, Big Ethan Mendez, to the plate. And that slider outside is catching the edge every time for Stout, or Mitchell rather. Stout's behind the plate. And he throws the same pitch again, a little further outside. And that one high for ball 2. So far, they've elected to say outside against Big Jacob Mendez. Or Ethan Mendez, son of Jacob Mendez. And Mendez gets all of that one down the left field line. It'll also drift just foul, landing in the corner. And that'll even up the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And swing and a miss for strike 3 for Mendez. And so Mitchell has seen 5 batters. He struck out 4 of them so far. And that's going to bring up number 14 for the Lions, Noah Sanchez. Yeah, Noah Sanchez will look to get something going for the Lions. First pitch just misses him inside for ball 1. Yeah, that one low and on the outside corner for strike 1. That's been his best pitch so far. And he'll come back inside for strike 2. And again inside. A great deke there by the catcher. He set him up outside on the inside pitch. And Lockhart once again goes 3 up, 3 down in the second. Number 11 for Leander on the mound throwing fire and a nasty slider that Lockhart's only put the bat on once so far. We'll see if they can do better next time they come around. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Lockhart Lions Baseball on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Richie 360 Photo Booth Rentals is your one-stop shop for your next event. Whether it's weddings, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, and more. You can have the best of both worlds with our 360 video booth and mini booth mirror. The 360 Photo Booth is a revolutionary next-level photo booth experience. The revolving camera surrounds attendees, capturing a 360-degree slow-motion movie that your guests will remember forever. Here at Richie 360 Photo Booth, this is where moments turn into memories. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook.
Things off. Number 7, Schwab.
And welcome back. We're in the top of the third. Leander will have their 5-hole batter up to bat. It'll be number 7, Schwab. And he'll watch the first one for strike 1. And Ojeda finds the outside edge for strike 2. And that one fouled back and over the backstop. And that one sounded like it found some glass in the parking lot. Everyone will make their way around to check and see if it was their car. And chopper hit to third. And that chopper was hit to Austin Rodriguez at third. He was unable to get a hold of it cleanly and couldn't get the throw over to first. So Leander will have one on the corner. And you folks watching at home are safe from having your window busted. As we found out that one did find a window in the parking lot. And that one missing just outside for ball 2. And they'll show bunt, but pull it. Hit hard to third. They're going to be able to double him up, but the throw is high. And wasn't able to get over to it. And this will be number 13. Healed up to bat for Leander. We'll watch the first one outside for ball 1. And there's a chopper to the second baseman. They'll look to turn 2. And they'll get the first one. But not the second one. That will bring it to 2 outs. And so far, Lockhart doing better here in the third. Not allowing a run across the plate yet. They did allow 2 in the first and in the second, and are trailing Leander 4-0 as we're here in the top of the third. And this will be number 17, Thayer, batting in the 8th slot for Leander. And that ball going to be hit out to right field. Second baseman able to make the catch right at the edge of the grass for the third out of the side. So Lockhart bounces back in that inning and holds Leander scoreless in the top of the third. We'll see if the Lockhart Lions can get something going on the offensive side of the ball when we come back here in just a few moments.
Let Adrian Gutierrez Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794. Email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
Sustain 1. However, at Changing Faces Barber Academy, we not only understand, but welcome those walking the path of their reveries. We make it our purpose to teach beyond just a skill set of cutting hair. In fact, we want to help with communication dexterity, give you the abilities to not only build clientele, but to be able to build off one. A good barber is the customer service.
And starting things off here for the Lions in the bottom of the third is going to be number 20, the third baseman, Austin Rodriguez. And the story of the game so far has been the pitcher for Leander, number 11, Mitchell. He's seen 6 Lockhart batters, and he's struck out 5. And he starts Rodriguez off with a strike. Right in that top inside corner of the zone. And he'll come back the other way and get the bottom outside corner. Mitchell showing great control out there, painting all corners of the zone. Catcher will set him up way outside here, and that's where he'll throw it. And that one will get away from the catcher. He'll get a fresh ball from the ump. And swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's a 6th strikeout of the game for Mitchell.
Now to bat number 6, Nick Ojeda.
And that'll bring up the pitcher for the Lions, number 6, Nick Ojeda. He's been dealing from the mound. He'll look to do some damage from the plate and be the first line to get on base tonight. Yeah, first pitch low in the dirt for ball 1, or low in the turf for ball 1. Second pitch, grabbing that outside bottom corner of the zone once again. Yeah. Mitchell tries to come back and find that corner again, but misses. 2 balls, 1 strike to the batter, Ojeda. And that one fastball right down the heart of the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 2. A full count now for Ojeda. And he misses low, and he'll put Ojeda on the base. That's the first walk of the night for Mitchell, and the first Lockhart line to reach first base.
Now to bat number 9, Giovanni Vasquez.
And that'll bring up Giovanni Vasquez. Vasquez, the left fielder for the Lions tonight. He watches the first one in that same outside corner that Mitchell's been working all night so far. Strike 1. And he'll go with the pickoff to first. Not in time as Ojeda's back in there safe. Ojeda off to a pretty good lead there at first. Pitcher will check him. Check him again. And that pitch low to even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike for Gio. And Mitchell continuing to work that bottom outside corner. Gio behind, 1-2 in the count. And that one just missing the top of the zone. It's one of the first off-speed pitches he's thrown tonight. And he's searching again for that outside corner. For a second batter in a row, Lockhart has a full count. And pickoff attempt to first. Not in time again. Ojeda back in there. And swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll be the second out of the bottom of the third. And so after striking out,
Number 3, Jacob Wisnett.
and that'll bring number 3, Wisnett, up to bat. And so Mitchell, after striking out 6 of 7, walks Ojeda, and then comes right back to the strikeouts against Vasquez. Backed out on that curve. Thought it was a little high, but found the top of the zone, according to the umpire. And that one called for strike two. So Wisnant quickly finding himself behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. He'll have to protect here, which means he'll have to be putting his bat on anything close. And that one fouled into the visiting dugout to keep Wisnant alive. And he rings him up looking for strike 3. So he's seen 9 batters. He's struck out 7 of them and walked 1. Only batter getting a real piece of the ball was thrown out at first. And Lockhart still trailing 4-0. A little bit better production there in that half inning as Nick Ojeda was able to get to first base on a patient walk. We'll take another quick break. You're watching Lockhart Lions baseball on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Attention parents of all young athletes. Are you looking to take your game to the next level? Then join us at Lions Legacy, where our dedicated and experienced coaches provide free group training sessions to help you improve your skills and reach your full potential. We also offer low-cost private and sports-specific training as well. But that's not all. By joining our Legacy program, you'll have access to camps, scholarships, community events, team building exercises, tutoring, and more throughout your school and athletic career. So come be a part of something special and start building your legacy today. Join us at Lions Legacy and let's take your game to the next level. For more info, go to www.lionslegacy.org or call us at 512-200-2005. Go Lions! Photography capture that special moment for you. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, family photo, or any special occasion, Adrian Gutierrez Photography is the right one to turn that special moment into a memory that will last a lifetime. Adrian Gutierrez proudly supports Lockhart Lion Athletics and can be seen at many events in Lockhart, as well as at Lockhart Lions sporting events, offering his time to create special moments for the Lockhart community. You can contact Adrian Gutierrez Photography at 512-227-6794, email adriangutierrezphotography@gmail.com, or his website adriangutierrezphotography.com.
And you saw during that break, Adrian Gutierrez Photography. He's done a great job all year long. He's done all the high school sports and Little League as well, and just done a really, really good job. I got kids in multiple sports. We got multiple sets of pictures from him, and every one of them turned out great. And Ojeda with the first pitch of the 4th, misses just inside to the lefty. Number 6, Arnold. He is the last batter in the lineup for Leander. And he'll swing and foul that one off to the left-hand side. Carr's in danger. And after the window broken in the last inning, everyone's super tense every time that ball goes up and over the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And swing and a miss for strike 2. And that ball hit hard out to center field. And Deutsch able to drop back and make the catch in shallow center from his shortstop position. And that'll be the first out of the side for the Lions. That'll bring us back to the top of the order for Leander, and number 8, Stout, the catcher, will be back up to bat.
Up to bat, number 8, Stout.
Last time got on base with a single, found himself at second, and then caught himself in a bit of a pickle. And he watches the first one on the outside corner for strike one. So one thing's for sure, the umpire definitely likes the outside edge of the zone for both of these pitchers. And that ball's hit hard out to deep center field. Center fielder's backing under it and makes a great catch right at the wall. And what a great job to track that ball. That's Jacob Wisnett out there in center field for the Lions. He's definitely got wheels for sure.
Now to bat number 10, Holmes.
Wisnett, one of the faster players on this team. And that'll bring up number 10, Holmes, to bat. 2 outs now here in the top of the fourth. And that ball hit into shallow right field. And second baseman makes a run at it, Caden Mabus, and he's able to make the catch for the third out of the side. So Lockhart, with their best defensive inning so far, moves through it rather quickly, and that'll take us to the bottom of the fourth. We'll take another break, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
I'm Ross Alexander, founder of the War Room Strength Club. I have been working with individuals and athletes since 2003. I have mentored and worked under the likes of Mike Graham, Bobby Warren, Charles Alston, and first-generation coaches under Mark Ripito. I am also a former two-sport collegiate athlete. I have worked with everyone from those starting their fitness journeys to athletes in collegiate and elite ranks of athletic performance. My ideology is working functional and fundamental strength while also implementing a proactive injury preventative and/or recovery regimen. I hold summer performance camps open for young athletes from 11 years old to the collegiate level. I also take clients all throughout the year at any age and fitness level. Along with a workout program, I also offer services for food intake accountability and meal planning, and also mental and emotional positivity consulting. I look forward to hearing from you. Go Lions.
Now to bat number 1, Gage Deutsch.
And welcome back, folks. T.D. Dunn is back from the concession stand. First batter for Lockhart walks. And looks like they brought a courtesy runner on. Didn't catch the number. It's Jesse Flores, courtesy running. And up to bat is Gage Deutsch, the shortstop for the Lions. Deutsch will show bunt. And they steal second. So on the bunt take steal, Lockhart takes advantage and gets to second. Good throwdown, but great running. Catcher definitely not giving up that base easy, making him earn it. And they've got him caught in the middle. Ooh, and a high throw. Barely corralled by the shortstop. And if he doesn't stop that throw, Lockhart maybe scores one on that one. Good job by the Leander shortstop to go up and get that one. 1-1 will be the count to Deutsch. And Flores has got his lead out at second. Nobody behind him. But he'll slide back in anyway. And Flores seems determined out there to make it to third base. And Deutsch goes for the bunt, sticks the bat out, and misses that one as it's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Deutsch. He'll be swinging away now. And that'll be a called strike 3. It's been the same one when it's called every time on the outside edge. And the player's not happy about it, but it's been consistent. He's been calling it there all night.
Now to bat number 19, Caden Mavis.
And that'll bring up the second baseman, freshman number 19, Caden Mavis. And the second pitch to Mavis outside for ball 2. And Flores still stuck out there at second base, looking for his chance to make it to third. And swing and a miss for Mavis. Lockhart has only been able to put the ball in play one time so far tonight, and that was a ground out. And throw down to hold the runner out there at second. As determined as he is to get to third, Leander is just as determined to leave him stranded out there at 2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 the count to Mavis. And gets some swing with the slider outside.
Next up the bat, number 16, Ethan Mendez.
And that was the 9th strikeout of the game for Mitchell. And that'll bring up number 16, Ethan Mendez to bat. Mendez got a hold of one down the foul line his first at bat. Well, times with a pitcher throwing heat like this, the more times you see him, the better you get. And Mendez catches this one, shallow left field, and second baseman back to make the catch for the third out of the side. And so Lockhart once again leaves one stranded on base and is unable to get one across the plate. They still trail 4-0, hosting Leander. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute. You're watching Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
smiles on faces. Since 1900, Kreitz Market has been putting smiles on faces with every bite of smoked Texas barbecue. Located off of Highway 183 at 619 North Colorado Street in Lockhart, Texas, fifth-generation owner Keith Schmidt continues the tradition of providing the best barbecue in Texas with its award-winning varieties of beef, sausage, and pork meats. All Kreitz Barbecue is post oak smoked to perfection under Pitmaster Roy Perez's watchful eye in Kreitz Market's hallowed brick pits. Let Kreitz cater your party or event. Kreitz can assemble a complete barbecue dinner and sides for any event in Central Texas. To get a quote on catering, Kreitz Barbecue Catering Manager Weston Black can be reached at 512-398-2361. That's 512-398-2361. Kreitz Market opens 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can find out more about Kreitz Market on their Facebook page or go to KreitzMarket.com. That's www.KreitzMarket.com.
And this is Allender up to bat. Sorry about that, folks. Got my mic off for a moment. Count will be 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Ojeda will take him to a full count. So far, there's been 2 outs in the inning, both fly balls, 1 to right, 1 to center. Lockhart giving up 2 in the first and second. Since then, defense has been solid. And there's another ball hit out to right field. And Weston Phillips makes the catch for the third out of the side. So, relatively quick-paced game here in Lockhart. Other than the first 2 innings, it's been all quiet since. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a moment on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Nestled on the outskirts of Luling and Lockhart is the beautiful and quaint chapel on Mayberry Hill. A tiny wedding chapel specializing in micro weddings, vow renewals, officiant services, and as a photography venue. The chapel is both rustic and elegant, as it sits atop the wooded grounds of a private residence. Named after the homestead and hill it rests upon, the chapel features a cedar accent wall, stunning cedar slatted high ceilings, genuine hardwood floors, and beautifully restored stained glass windows. The Mayberrys are both ordained ministers and enjoy the opportunity to provide small, affordable and stress-free micro-wedding ceremonies, with a wide range of services and all-inclusive packages. Follow the chapel on social media or see their website at chapelonmayberryhill.net.
And this will be Noah Sanchez leading things off for the Lions. And he's hit by pitch and on base. Doesn't even flinch.
Now to bat number 20, Austin Rodriguez.
And that'll bring up Austin Rodriguez to bat for the Lions. So for the second inning in a row, Lockhart puts the first batter on base. And first pitch to Rodriguez, outside low for ball one. And another pitch outside on the slider for ball two. And he comes back with the strike on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Count to Rodriguez. And check swing on that one. They'll say he didn't go. So Rodriguez way ahead in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Catcher's going to ask for help, and the field umpire says he did not go. And ball 4, and then a wide throw out into center field. And he was walking anyway, so he will not get credit for the steal. But for the first time tonight, the Lockhart Lions have 2 on the base paths.
Number 6, Nick Ojeda.
And that'll bring up number 6, Nick Ojeda. And Lions are 2 more batters away from the top of the lineup. They'll have a meeting at the mound, and we'll take a short break.
Open up your child's birthday party or celebration. JR's Bouncy Biz has what you need. From your basic jump house and water slide, to a choice of a boys or girls combo bouncy house with slide. For more information and to schedule a reservation, you can call 737-262-0231 and let JR's Bouncy Biz help you liven up your party.
And the conference of the red shirts has ended. It'll be Ojeda in there for the Lions. Both runners at first and second. Off to pretty good leads. First not being covered. And that one in there for strike one. As a pitcher batter, you know where the umpire is calling it. And he'll try to bunt that one. And good job of the bunt take there by Ojeda. Really got in the way, but runners unable to move as they weren't taken off on the pitch. And Ojeda hits that one into right field, and it'll fall for a base hit. And the Lions will hold with bases loaded. So signs of life from the Lions here in the bottom of the fifth inning. We are at Lions Field in Lockhart, Texas. They do trail Leander by a score of 4-0.
Giovanni Vasquez.
And that'll bring up number 9, Giovanni Vasquez. Giovanni is the 9th batter in the order for the Lions. Up next is Jacob Wisnett in the top of the order. No outs. And they'll bring in a courtesy runner for Mendez. And I think that's Flores out there again. Jesse Flores. Bases loaded, bottom of the fifth. And that chopper hit to the third baseman. He'll get the force at home and do a great job of getting the lead runner.
Now to bat, number 3, Jacob Wisnett.
And so after that fielder's choice, it's still 4-0 Leander. Wisnett 0 for 2 so far, striking out and grounding out. This is his third time up to the plate. Oof. And so that one, the first one of the game that I feel was far outside the zone, but it's called for strike nonetheless. So far it's been pretty consistent with the exception of that pitch. Dangerous high throw to second. That second baseman handles it well. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wisnett. He'll be looking to battle to stay alive here. And that'll even up the count. Ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3 for Wisnett, and that'll be the first out of the side. And that'll bring up the number 2 batter for Lockhart. He wears number 2, Santi Guerra.
Now up to bat number 2, Santiago Guerra.
And Guerra will watch the first one for strike 1. With the bases loaded, a single could score 2 for the Lions. They desperately need to put some points on the board to stay in this one, as we are at the bottom of 5. And it's been Mitchell since the start on the bump for Leander. And he's worked the inside and outside the zone all night, showing really good control. And that one right down the middle is going to be hit to center field. Center fielder's got a beat on it, and he's able to make the catch for the third out. So Lockhart leaves 3 more on base stranded, unable to get one across, and they still trail Leander 4-0. And Lockhart has left 5 on base all night so far, but unable to score. We'll take a quick break. Be back here in just a minute. You're watching Lockhart Lions Baseball on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Since 2020, and has been a big supporter of Lockhart Lion sports for over 40 years. Lockhart Lion fans all over the world have been able to follow the games on the Kent Riddle Properties scoreboard, as well as being the main sponsor of the Lions Pride Sports broadcast. Kent is also the QA guy for every broadcast. Kent Riddle has been in the real estate business for over 35 years. If you are looking to buy, sale or lease a property in the area, you can contact Kent Riddle at 512-359-0036. Plumbing service work in Lockhart and Caldwell County. Call Darren Meitler from Meitler Plumbing at 512-398-3146. Darren has been with the family business for over 30 years, and has been voted best plumber in Caldwell County numerous times. Master licensed and bonded. So, for any plumbing issues, call Meitler Plumbing for your plumbing service. Darren Meitler is also a 1989 Lockhart alumni and football captain for Lockhart Lions. Go Lions! Once a Lion, always a Lion.
Starting things off with number 9, Hadel.
And we're in the top of the 6th here at Lions Field. Number 9, Hadel into the box. Nick Ojeda still on the mound for the Lions, dealing. And beautiful breaking ball there by Ojeda for strike 1. That might have been his changeup there. And the second pitch, just missing that outside corner that they've been working all night. Yep, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. And Ojeda gets ahead. Looks like a couple changes out there in the field for the Lions. Yeah, it looks like Santi Guetta's now at shortstop. And Jesse Flores is out there at second. And behind the plate we have Xavier Schulke in the game. And Schulke does a good job to go wide and snag that one, as the count is full to the batter, Hadel. Or maybe Haydel, hard to say. And chopper hit to the third baseman. He'll field it clean. Long throw to make, and not in time as he's safe. Good stretch over there by Ethan Mendez just to catch that ball and keep it from being a pass ball, giving up an extra base. Great effort there by that young man. And Lockhart unable to capitalize on the grounder. That was kind of a slow chopper to third. Took a while to get there. And this will bring up Heald, number 13, the lefty, to bat. Ojeda will check the runner. A pitch awfully close to that inside corner. One and one the count. And that one low and outside. Two balls, one strike to count to Heald. And that ball driven over the shortstop into left center. It'll be a base hit. Oh, and the left fielder unable to come up with it. The ball's on its way in. They'll hold at 3. And so that'll go in the books as a double. Lockhart lucky that Leander didn't get one across the plate on that one. As the runner slid into third, looking for there to be a play there.
Now it's bat number 2, Webster.
And that'll be Webster in the game. He's substituted for Thayer. And nice pitch in there for strike one. It's Webster's first at bat of the game. Leander with runners at 2 and 3. Lockhart infield right on the edge of the grass, looking to check 3 or shoot 4 maybe. Try to avoid any more runs coming across the plate. And that's allowing the runner on 2 for Leander out to a big lead. That's Heald out there. There's a chopper to second base. He'll come home with it, play at the plate, and it is in time as he tags the foot and gets the lead runner and saves no score. Great play there by Santi Guerra to field that ball and get it into the catcher, and then wonderful tag at the plate. And you talk about tag placement, that's what you want to see, tagging that foot before it can get to the plate. So 1 down now here in the top of the 6th. And swing and a miss, they'll go to 2. Throw there, but gets away from the shortstop and the second baseman. They'll score from third. And Holder runner at 2. And Hill comes in with some acrobatics. He slips a little bit on that turf down there. And that'll extend the lead to 5-0. So after allowing 2 in the first and the second, Lockhart kept Leander off the board for 3 innings, and Leander puts 1 on the board here in the 6th. Runner will go on the pitch. Here's the throw, and they got him. So the bases have been cleared. There's now 2 outs. And this is Arnold up to bat. And Ojeda catches the inside. Both these pitchers have shown great control tonight. Neither one of them putting anything over the heart of the plate. And that one's going to be fouled down the left side, not a play. Sound like another window. And so a good night for the glass repairman here in Lockhart. And swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll be Ojeda's first strikeout of the night. And he'll get his team out of a bit of a pinch after they allow 1 run. It's 5-0. Leander up over your Lockhart Lions. We'll be coming into the bottom of the 6th when we come back here in just a minute on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Rentals is your one-stop shop for your next event. Whether it's weddings, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, and more. You can have the best of both worlds with our 360 video booth and mini booth mirror. The 360 photo booth is a revolutionary next-level photo booth experience. The revolving camera surrounds attendees, capturing a 360-degree slow-motion movie that your guests will remember forever. Here at Ritchie 360 Photo Booth, this is where moments turn into memories. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook.
And welcome back to the bottom of the 6th, Lockhart Lion fans. It's number 4, Xavier Schulke, who just came into the game at catcher for the Lions. And he'll swing and miss on his first pitch. Schulke getting in there like he means business. And Schulke finds himself behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one way outside for ball 1. And a big wide poke swing and a miss. I think that'll be the 12th strikeout of the game. Well, actually, we got a new pitcher on the mound, too.
Now up to bat number 19, Caden Mavis.
So this is Thayer that's now moved to the mound for Leander. And that'll bring up number 19, Caden Mabus, the freshman for Lockhart. Well, different pitcher, same pitch. Slider catching the outside corner. One pitch, and that's it high near the first base side, and the first baseman will make the catch right in the coach's box.
Now up to bat number 16, Ethan Mendez.
Lions would surely like to get a couple runs this inning and chip away at that lead. And number 16, the first baseman, Ethan Mendez, into the box for the Lions. We'll watch the first one for strike one. And that one wide outside for ball one to even up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And folks that are used to hearing the Sarge when you tune in for baseball, I'm sorry you got the B team. You got TD Tom Dunn. They dragged me away from the softball field and threw me in the press box, said you're doing baseball tonight. Oh, that one high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Mendez. And that one missing way outside for ball 3. Mendez ahead in the count. We've only seen 1 walk and 1 hit by pitch tonight. And swing and a miss on that one to take the count to full. And whether you swing at it or not, that one's getting called a strike. Has been good all night on that outside corner for both pitchers, all 3 pitchers that have been in the game now. And that one popped up over the backstop to the right side. And they'll have to call the roofer after that one. That almost put a hole in the roof of the concession stand. Three-two pitch. Outside, swing and a miss for strike 3. And that'll be 3 outs, so there'll be 1 inning remaining for the Lockhart Lions to try to claw their way back into this thing. They currently find themselves down hosting Leander 5-0. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the last inning. You're watching Lockhart Lions baseball right here on Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
Located on the square in downtown Lockhart at 100 East Market Street. From a variety of appetizers, fried chicken, burgers, and salads, Old Pal is the right place for your hunger. We're open 7 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Our kitchen will be open late for Lockhart Lions Friday Night Lights home games. Old Pal Texas Tavern, cold drinks, fried chicken, and famous smash burgers are perfect for your after-game score. At Old Pals, we are proud supporters of the Lockhart Lions and the Lions Pride Sports Broadcast.
And I want to thank Old Pal Tavern for their sponsorship this year of Lions Pride Sports Broadcast, helping us to bring you Lockhart Lions sports year-round. And speaking of year-round sports, we're a few weeks out here from the maroon and white spring game for the Lockhart Lions. And I believe that's going to happen on May 16th, so about 3 weeks out. We'll get to see the next team coming up for the Lockhart Lions. Some big questions to be answered there on the football side of things. Looks like it will probably be 3 sophomores kind of fighting it out for the starting quarterback position. As Stout leads off with a deep hit to left field. And that's all the way to the base of the wall. Phillips is back there to get it, makes the throw into shortstop. They'll hold him up at second, but he's in there with a stand-up double. Stout's first at bat in the beginning of the game almost put a hole in the right field wall out there, as it hit about 1.5 feet, 2 feet from the top. And that'll bring up number 10 Holmes to bat. And that one high and over the batter for ball 1. And that's a towering ball to left field. And it'll make it over, and that'll be a 2-run shot for Leander. As Holmes squared up on that one, and he hit a rocket out over the left field fence just by the scoreboard. And he'll come in and have some rightful celebration with his team there. Quick look at the scoreboard. We'll see if we can get it to focus in maybe. And you can see the Lockhart Lions giving up 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the sixth, and 2 on the 2-run shot here in the 7th. Lockhart finds himself behind 7-0. And that one high and over the batter. So second batter in a row starts off with a pitch high and over the head. And definitely not intentional after the home run. Just getting away from him. And comebacker just over the pitcher, fielded by second. Ooh, and a great throw over to first, but Ojeda just not quite able to stretch for that one, as he definitely gave it his best shot. And that'll put 1 more on the base paths for Leander. Yeah, so after Lockhart played him pretty close through the whole game, Leander puts 2 up here in the 7th with no outs and has stretched their lead to 7. And Mendez with the pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Right on that left center side of the plate. And one inside there, swing and a miss for strike 2. And that ball driven hard down the left field side and foul out of play. And so Mendez ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. And swing and a miss for Mitchell and strike 3. And that'll be only the second strikeout of the game for the Lions. First one coming off the pitch of Nick Ojeda. And Ethan Mendez gets his first strikeout here in the 7th. And so they've got one down, and that'll bring number 1, Allender, up to bat for Leander. This will be his second at bat. Allender pop flied out last time he came up. And a little bit high and inside, ball 1. And Mendez finds the inside corner to even the count up. And that one will get away from him and hit the batter. And he flirted with it a couple times. Had a couple get away from him high inside, and that one finally finds the shoulder of the batter. Number 1, Allender. And that'll bring up number 9, Hadel, to the plate. Leander's got runners on first and second. One out here in the top of the 7th. Check swing. And ball 1. And Mendez comes back to find that edge for strike 1, evening up the count. Well, neither of the base runners for Leander off to a big hurry. And that one called for strike 2. And Mendez hasn't concerned himself with the base runners either. Looks like he's just focusing on that catcher's glove, and he does check the runner this time. And really smart play there by the catcher, Xavier Schulke, as this umpire is a little bit slow to call strike 3 call, so he caught that last ball and then just tagged the runner just in case. And Mendez hits his second batter, and they'll have the bases loaded, and that'll bring up number 13, Heald. That one missing just inside for ball 1. And so Lockhart, with one out, desperately needs to get out of the pinch here with bases loaded, and Heald up to the plate for Leander. The pitch from Mendez outside for ball 2. And that ball popped up in the infield. And third baseman will make the catch for the second out of the side. And that's Caden Mabus over there at third, making the catch for the Lions. Coming in the infield grass. And this is number 17, Thayer, back into the lineup. He was pinch hit for last time this slot came up. And he'll chop one foul down the left-hand side. Thayer came into the onto the pitcher's mound the last inning in relief of Mitchell. Both Mitchell and Ojeda did a great job carrying their teams through pretty much 6 innings. Five and a half. And there's another pop-up to Mabus. He'll make the third catch. So the Lockhart Lions will have one chance to try to claw their way back into this thing, down 7 runs to Leander here at home. We'll go ahead and keep it right here as we're coming into the bottom of the 7th here at Lockhart. Yeah, so pretty good game so far here tonight. Good pitching on display. Yeah, looks like it'll still be number 17 Thayer on the mound. And it'll be Waylon Phillips up to bat when we come back for the Lockhart Lions. It'll be Phillips' first at bat of the night. Yeah, great Lockhart crowd out here tonight to support their team in the final game of the year and Parents' Night. And normally you'd be tuned in to Emilio the Sarge Juarez. He is off tonight, and I'm here covering for him. Me, I do a good job just to give you the play-by-play. The Sarge, when he's here, he does the play-by-play. Scoreboard, house PA. He drives the bus, and he gets out there and rakes the field when they're done. Sarge doing it all for you folks this season.
Lockhart Lions, number 7, Waylon Phillips.
And Phillips steps up to the plate for his first at bat of the night. Looking to be the spark that gets the fire lit for the Lions. And has to duck away from that first one, high and inside. Hitting can be contagious. Sometimes all it takes is one to get you going. And pitcher comes back to the outside corner with the slider to get strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Phillips. And he swung on and fouled that one back into the backstop. And it'll be number 15, Jesse Flores, in the on-deck circle for the Lions. And I didn't catch whether it was swinging or looking, but that was strike 3.
15, Jesse Flores.
And so we've seen Jesse Flores out there on the base pads as a pinch runner. Now we'll see him at the plate for his first at bat of the night. First pitch low and outside. And second pitch comes back, catches that same corner. And the 1-1 pitch just a little bit outside for ball 2. And there's strike 2 to even the count up. And so Flores will have to battle if it's there. And Thayer takes him to a full count. So we've only seen 2 walks in the game for the Lions. And swing and a miss for strike 3, and Leander is 1 out away from closing this one out. Well, Lockhart has been held scoreless so far tonight, and they have left 5 on the base pads. That's going to bring back up to bat the leadoff hitter for the Lions. Or, sorry, not the leadoff. He's in the 8th spot.
Ojeda.
Batting in the 8th spot is Nick Ojeda. And so we'll see the red shirts huddle for only the second time tonight And it'll be a quick one. And it looks like they'll do a switch out. They'll probably go with all seniors, I imagine, here. As we'll get a new pitcher, a new catcher, a new first baseman, second baseman, and shortstop. So wholesale change in the infield. We'll try to catch up to some numbers as they get set to their spots. Looks like going to be number 14, McKelvey, coming in to catch. I see number 24, Hellman, going in there. He's standing like he might be heading over to third base in a second. This will be number 19, Lynham, now on the mound to face the final batter, or possibly the final batter for the Lions. And so it looks like a new team out there for Leander. Everyone's got the fresh uniforms, no dirt yet. And they're looking clean. And they'll disperse, so it looks like we'll get number 21, Moorman, will be out there at shortstop. Number 10 is going to be at second base. That's still Holmes. He's been in the game. And the throw down from number 14, McKelvey. And so it'll be Lynham pitching, McKelvey catching. And Nick Ojeda will be up to bat. Nick Ojeda was able to reach base on a walk earlier in the game. He was one of the base runners that we've left stranded tonight. And first pitch right down the middle, strike one. And that ball's going to be hit hard to the second baseman. He'll get it. And over to first for the third out to close out the game. And so the Lockhart Lions fall in their final game of the year to Leander, 7-0. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back here in just a minute with your Kreitz Market post-game show, where we'll have your One Goes Fitness Defensive Player of the Game and your Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game.
Richie 360 Photo Booth Rentals is your one-stop shop for your next event. Whether it's weddings, baby showers, birthdays, graduations, and more. You can have the best of both worlds with our 360 video booth and mini booth mirror. The 360 photo booth is a revolutionary next-level photo booth experience. The revolving camera surrounds attendees, capturing a 360-degree slow-motion movie that your guests will remember forever. Here at Richie 360 Photo Booth, this is where moments turn into memories. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook.
And welcome back to the Kreitz Market post-game show. Lockhart falls to Leander 7-0 in the final home game of the year. And we will have your One Ghost Fitness Offensive Player of the Game. And then after that, we'll have your One Ghost Fitness Defensive Player of the Game. And then after that, we'll have your Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game. On the defensive side of the field for the Lions, your One Ghost Fitness Defensive Player of the Game, that's going to be Nick Ojeda. He started off and pitched 6 strong innings for the Lions, striking out 1 and giving up nothing easy. He was painting the corners every chance he got, and he gave up a tough fight to Leander, only giving up 2 runs. And so Nick Ojeda is your One Ghost Fitness Offensive Player of the Game and your Kreitz Market Defensive Player of the Game. Actually, I got it backwards, but we'll roll with it. Your Nick Ojeda is your One Ghost Fitness Defensive Player of the Game. Your Kreitz Market Offensive Player of the Game, that's going to go to number 15, Jesse Flores. And Jesse Flores didn't get into bat until late in the game, but what he did do is pinch run several times in the game, and you can credit him with a stolen base. And so that's it from here at Lions Field for the final baseball game of the year. We'll be back on the air here in just a couple weeks with the maroon and white spring football game for the Lockhart Lions. Make sure you keep an eye out for that. We'll post it on all our Facebook and social media as that time draws near. As always, thank you for watching Lockhart Lions Baseball. I'm TD Tom Dunn, and I appreciate it. Till next time.